Hello, foam flingers. This is the PewPew. Hopefully my camera's not doing the shaky thing. This is the PewPew, and it is, without a doubt, the most fun blaster I've ever used. They're all fun. A proton pack. It's a lot of fun. But this one, the form of it is just wonderful. It is a select fire pistol. It gets like 150 FPS. It can be turned down to 100 FPS if you want. You can set the speed. You can set the rate of fire from the low, like single. You can set single shot, so you can set the rate of fire down to 1. You can set the rate of fire from maximum of about 38, 40. It just says max. It's above 35 rounds per second. If the magazine spring can keep up with it. But yeah, it's pushing darts really fast. And it uses a solenoid. You can just see through the top of this semi-transparent cover piece. It has fidlock attachment points built in. And my fidlock choice is the mini that PewTech designed himself. I don't use the holster because the holster is huge. I have the parts for it, but the holster is like that big on the PewPew. So the mini, smaller, low profile, goes into a belt mount. This is like that Tech Lock, and it just clips right onto your belt. Push a button, take it off, connect it, draw it. Easy, small, compact. That's what this is all about. It's compact, it's small, it's one hand point. But mag end, it's a little bit bigger, but it's still small. You can just point and shoot. You don't have to support it with a second hand. Say, an FDL. Yeah, you can point and shoot an FDL 3. This is an FDL 3. FDL basic, much more pointable. But the FDL 3, you're really dropping your wrist there if you're not supporting it when you're using it. It's a lot bigger. It's also a great blaster, but it's big. It's a SMG-ish thing. PewPew is a pistol. It is pocketable. Here it is next to a string shot. Same size. Same width. It is stupid small, full auto, capable, select fire. Let's just turn it on and shoot some stuff. Did I put a battery in it? Battery's in it. Alright, so to turn it on, you hold down the trigger. On the back, there's a little light. The little light goes green, you let go. You don't keep holding down the trigger. You just wait for that green light, and as soon as you see it, you let go. There's no red trigger because it's select fire brushless. These two wheels up here in this aluminum cage that protects them, they are machine Delrin. I believe they're being made by the inestimable Wurstwerfer. Wonderful guy in the community. So, yeah, darts. It can use cut down waffles. Don't use them though. They work, but they don't work so well. Oh, let's. I was saying it's select fire. It can do burst. That was burst. I shot 2 darts. But I had it at low speed. Let's turn the speed up through the menu here to 100%. It was at 40. Shot 2 darts at 40% speed. I don't know how well the sound picked up on the camera, but here's 2 darts at 100% speed. I think that was 1. Anyway. change the settings so that it's at single shot for demos. All right. Little display here. Little D-pad right there. That lets you set your whatever you want. It sets the mode. It sets the speed. It sets, okay, so if I was in burst or auto, it would set the rate of fire. Right now it's set at 25 rounds per second. I can bring it up to max. I can bring it down in 5 dart increments from 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. So 5 darts per second. I don't know if that's true. Let's see if we can hear a difference. I guess that was slower. I tend to run it at 25 on the rate of fire. 7 darts left. Sometimes you get like a misfire on the burst. It won't do, 3 or whatever. The auto, it'll just dump all the darts. Those are those nice red worker darts. They work great. They're nice and the foam is super stiff. The foam is unlike purple worker darts where it's soft and squishy. And the glue on these red ones, just as good as, I haven't had one decap yet. They're just as good as the Adventure Force Pros. Some people don't like that little gap that you get on a worker dart, but the glue's in there. Load it up again. So, we got Fidlock. We got worker style Adventure Force Pro or Max darts. All those darts. That's what you want to use. We got Select Fire. We got sights. Okay, I made these sights myself. I added these. They're a 3D printed file I found on Thingiverse for Glock sights because there's built-in Glock mounting points hidden underneath the print. It comes as it came when I bought it. I didn't buy it with this nice bright orange translucent color. I bought it with black because that was, what I said, black and orange. I should have been more specific, saying, I want orange and black and orange. But I wasn't clear. This flat rail, this flat top, has built into it a Glock rear sight trough, I guess you'd say. It's underneath like 1 or 2 layers of 3D printed material. There's a hollow space down in here. I can just feel it. And you just break that away, kind of like support material with a little bit of help. It's really not support material, but you can just slice into it and break it away. Up in the front, there's another breakaway section that will give you a screw hole for mounting the front sight. There's these 3 holes right there. That's for the flip-up red dot sight that you've probably seen. Wacom has those, and a couple people have them. My friend Will has it on his PewPew. So yeah, there's all these cool things. I added this rubber silicone grip on it. It's for a Glock, basically, most guns. But just a little cornstarch, stretched it on there, fought it on there. It didn't go on easy. But the print quality that you get with your PewPew, I didn't feel like I was going to break it with all the force I used to get this silicone sleeve on there. I said aluminum heat sinks on the front to protect the flywheels. Yeah, there's great stuff. The mag release. Mag release is really neat. It's bi-directional. You can pull back or you can push forward. Both motions are in a like 45 down The pull back is the most normal, and it's easier, but you can push forward and release the mag. Just push forward, pull back, mag drops. Yeah, it's great. The battery door down here, there's no spring in this battery door release. There's two magnets that oppose each other, and it just glides on this pin. And you just, it's Swiss engineering. It's fine engineering that he came up with. It's all, you get somebody that enters the hobby, the Nerf hobby, and they don't have a background in the hobby. They just, come in from airsoft or something. They come in from some other shooting sport, and they bring in different ideas. And that's what the PewPew is. It's different. It's new. It's kind of similar to the FDL3, but it's not. It doesn't function the same. It uses the solenoid to push the darts instead of the rapid strike style Scotch pusher. And the brains in this electronic package, the programming in it. If you get a misfire, it tells you there was a jam, and it tries to push that jam out. It keeps the wheels spinning so that it clears itself. But it'll tell you, oh, we had a jam. If you have some other issue, say it's, say all of a sudden you're like just locked in full auto and the thing just runs away. It can happen because there's a sensor in here that senses every single shot that it takes. It knows when it goes back, it knows when it goes forward, and it knows where that pusher arm is, that solenoid arm is. And if it gets a little bit off, it'll lose its track, and it might need to be recalibrated. So you go into a secret menu and you select calibration, and it runs its own calibration. It runs back and forth, and it reprograms its set points automatically. Does the same thing for the motors. If the motors are out of tune because you put 800 shots through it, something is different. You run a program calibration, and it'll recalibrate the motors to what they are. That's not something anything else does. You get a lot in this package. You get a lot of cool technology that isn't in blasters. I mean, we've got some blessing here from PewTech. It really is amazing. I hope that a lot of people get these things in their hands, and a lot of people get to have fun with these because they are great. They are hard to get your hands on though, because it's just a single guy, as far as I know, making them in his spare time. So I think he's got 30 orders on his list through his Instagram, and he's maybe on 15 right now. So once that list, comes down in size, he'll open up for more probably. I don't know of any plans for it to be mass-produced by anybody else at the moment. Any of the other hobby shops would be. I've heard rumors, but they're just rumors. There's no definite on that. Right now, you just can't get your hands on one unless you've already gotten your name on that list. And they are coming out the door. They are shipping. And let's see, what else do we have to go over? The battery. Okay, so the battery that I'm using, that I recommend everybody get their hands on if they've got a PewPew, is an 850 milliamp hour 3S Tattoo battery. This one fits perfectly in there. It uses the XT30 connector. The XT30 is what comes from PewTech on the PewPew. You get this little XT30 with these, it looks like there's bare wire. It's clear heat shrink. It's just clear. It's fine. that's the battery. It's good. There's a battery charge percentage right on that screen. It'll show you 95% battery charge. I'm guessing it uses the voltage, not an actual like capacity reading, but and I've used it 3 games. Never come back from a game with less than 70% battery. It doesn't use a lot of power. It's you know, those tiny little Emax motors, brushless motors. They're good. Low current consumption. So there's a great feature on here. This D-pad. You really got to hold the trigger down. Oh, and I got to pay attention to the green light. There it goes. The D-pad, if you push up on it, you go into what's called lock mode. Lock mode lets you simply hold forward and change your mode, firing mode, your select fire mode. So you just cycle through by holding forward on that D-pad. And in the back, it changes the color of the LED light so you know when you've changed mode. Right now I'm in auto because it's red. Right now I'm in single fire because it's green. And then white is burst. So it's a multicolor LED right there in the back that tells you what mode you're in. And you don't have to be looking at the screen. You just preset everything the way you want it. And then you jump through the modes in the back. More shooting. So that's single fire. You just keep pulling the trigger and it just... you don't need burst mode with this thing. It's so responsive. It's, it's the PewPew. That's single fire. Just finger, you know, be quick on the finger. Yeah. It's so fun. I guess that's about it for the PewPew. The print quality is fantastic. I didn't even say that because I don't have to. You get some great quality out of PewTech. Trying to remember the name of the filament brand that he used on this. This orange is UV reactive. You'll see that in like the thumbnail on the video. So I think it's 3D Jake filament that he's using. And then this Starlight, I don't remember. That might be Filamentum or Prusament or something. Sparkly black that I have. But you can get lots of different colors. You just talk to him. You just tell him, you know, this is what I want. And he'll be like, yeah, I'm making it that way for you. It's great. Great customer service. You get a nice little conversation about your blaster. And then a month or 2 later, you're in business. There's other things on the table. There's a string shot you saw earlier. String shot's neat. That's a France Foamwork thing that you just, yeah. Bonus round. We're going to shoot other things now. So quiet. Stringer. I got other stringers. Also from France Foamworks. Not sponsored, sort of, not really. This was from one of those box things, the traveling salesman. It shoots ultra darts really good. I'm not so good with the aiming of that. Here's another stringer I got. I like stringers all of a sudden. This was made by Meeker. It's skeleton key or something. It shoots a mega dart. It's not strong. This is not a stringer. This is a mistress key. It shoots Mega XL because I changed the barrel, and it's a little bit scary. A lot of power. Concept pistol. Okay. Bigger than the PewPew in just about every way. Well, except when the mag in this one's nice. Oh, I just got this mag. This is from Alpaca Blaster Company. They make concept pistols. They will sell you a full concept pistol. They also make these cool, nice little pull Fast mag. He calls it fast mag. It has a slide lock now. That's the greatest thing about this. The innovation on that. The slide lock lets you holster this thing in something. It's not magnet holstered right yet. But this is a brush blaster. It uses Merlins. Super noisy compared to a brushless blaster. And we got 2 more shots in there. This is using the special board that was designed by Devil's Z Nerf Works. I always say Devil's Z. It's Devil's Nerf Works. Yeah, this little board that is like it's more than just a motor board. We're in bonus content. Did I say that before? Yeah, we're on other things. PewPew's done. So this little board, it's a MOSFET board, and it controls the motors. So after you pull the trigger, it'll keep the motors going for an extra second so that you can have a follow-up shot without the motors revving down from it. Very clever. Very clever. Really like that. And that is the concept pistol. More mags. Done. Alright, what else is on the table? Oh, this is not on the table. This is a Chronomag I made. I made a Chronomag in 2022 because I didn't have one. Even though it's, this came out in like 2018 or something. No, probably 2019. Maybe even 2020. I'm not sure. But it's Brass Breech Chronos. Something about it. I put a bearing scar, a scab, I don't know, whatever you want to call that. It's, yeah, like I said, brass barrel and 14 kilogram worker spring. It's great. I have fun using this. There's the France Film Works. I got a video on this. Why is it not open? So yeah, inline clip. You can go watch the video on this. But nope. Nope. I didn't whip it down. Nope. Where'd my dart go? What's in there? There it is. Yeah, you gotta load those a certain way and use them a certain way. But not conducive to sitting at a table and not having arm swing. There's a fly point here. This does not have batteries in it. Fly points. Shell ejecting. There's stuff up there. Anyway, video's probably running long. You've had enough if you're not gone already. Thanks for showing up and watching this video on the PewPew.